Howdy, folks. So, welcome to my new channel. It is called My America Now. What we're going to be discussing on this channel will be various different topics. We'll talk about history, we'll talk about current events, politics, uh, obviously the war in Ukraine, various subjects depending on the time frame. It's not going to be, I guess, for everyone, but it is going to be enlightening for some people, or there's going to be people that agree with me, people that don't agree with me. It is what it is. Not much more I can say about that. Hope that you like it. You stay tuned. Listen to what I've got to say. It's my opinion, my views, and my take on various different subjects. A lot of it's going to be based on research I've done over the years. Should say that I am a history buff. I absolutely love history, always have. It's always been a big topic of mine. So, looking at history, and I'm going to just sit here and talk about, the history of the Roman Empire or something like that. I'm going to have specific things in history. A lot of it's going to be focused around the North American and South American histories. But other than that, then we'll get into, like I said, a lot of current events. So we could start off by discussing right now what the prices are and everything. It's just freaking outrageous. The gas is going up again. It was going down. I predicted that it was going to end up going up after the holidays, and sure enough, it's starting to go back up again. Hopefully, in the future, I'll have a better studio for doing this in. Right now, just doing it in an office. Obviously, you hear the noises outside, and it's really annoying. I understand. Back to the topic. Yeah, so, what do you guys think about this? The price is constantly going up. The cost of everything. Our wages certainly aren't going up, are they? Everything else is going up. These people need to get, these corporations, they need to get their money. They want to make themselves rich at the cost of us, our sweat, our blood, our hard work. They don't care if they work us into the ground. They don't care if we have to go hand to mouth and live paycheck to paycheck to eat. As long as they're making their $1 million profit every week, they don't care. And that's $1 million like per a CEO. They don't care. So what's the incentive for us? What's the incentive for us to kill ourselves for them? I don't see any incentive. There's nothing that we're paying for. Are we paying in cash? We're paying with our time, our blood, our backs, our lives. It's crazy. And like I said, they don't care. I really don't know what we can do about it. Not unless we all come together. If we all come together, we can do amazing things. But is that going to happen? What do you guys think? Do you guys see that happening? Everybody just putting aside our differences, saying, hey, we need to do what we got to do to take care of ourselves collectively. This voting, we don't need to even bring up universal health care or anything like that. That's not us collectively coming together taking care of ourselves. We're still getting screwed by big corporations, by the companies that we work for. We're still getting screwed over by them. That's where it's got to start. If we just go, we want universal health care and vote the people in politics that are going to do that, we're just putting a bandage on the problem. The problem is the big corporations. They sit there. I don't know how you can make $40 billion of profit a year, and then your employees are struggling paycheck to paycheck to survive. But you're doing fine. You made all this profit. Your stockholders, your shareholders, your CEO, your top executives, they're all making millions of dollars a year. They're all fat and getting rich. while we're the ones that are making that money for them. We're the ones who's actually doing it and killing ourselves for them. So when's it going to end? When are we going to get a piece of that pie? Understand different situations. So, Bill Gates, for example, he created Microsoft. He made something that wasn't there. Great. And he's worth billions and billions of dollars for it. He provided us with a service. That's awesome. He talks like he wants to be a philanthropist. He talks like he wants to do all these great things. Do it. Show us. Pay your freaking employees better. Right down to the very bottom. Every one of your employees. Pay them better. That's how you start doing it. If you want to make a difference, take care of your employees. Give them a good wage where they can survive. They can live and not have to worry about paycheck to paycheck. They can actually take vacations. Take their children to Disney if that's what they want to do. Do something. When I was growing up in the 80s, we could do this. My parents didn't both have to work. My dad worked, and then we'd take vacations. There was a time we went, my dad worked like 11 days on and 3 days off. So every 11 days, he'd have 3 days off, and we'd go up to the mountains for the weekend. It was a 6-hour drive. We'd go up there, rent a cabin on the stream, little creek, whatever. And that's what we'd spend the weekend up there. Just having a good time. We did this like every weekend during the summer. We went to Mount Rushmore and Yellowstone and went to Florida frequently because my grandparents went down there in the wintertime. We traveled and did a lot of things. Parents can't do that now unless you're making a lot of money. There is no middle class like it used to be. My family grew up, we were middle class. Now what do we have? We barely have a middle class. We have an upper middle class, but we really don't have any in the middle. Most of us are poor. We're considered poor because inflation has not kept up. Our wages have not kept up with inflation. Myself, I've been a welder fabricator most of my career. In the late 90s, I was making $15 an hour. My apartment I had through 96, 97, it's a 3-bedroom. I paid $400 a month for it. Then I bought a house. It was $500 a month for my mortgage. It was a $50,000 home. It's a three-bedroom, big living room, big day room, big eating kitchen, 1.5 car garage, a nice property. It used to have a pool in the back before I bought it. But it was easy to afford. It wasn't a big deal. It was $500 a month. Now, wages have not gone up very much. They've gone up a few dollars more. But homes have gone up 3 or 4 times. Gas back then was less than $1 a gallon. I remember I had a little Ford Escort in 98, I think it was. I drove from northwest Indiana down to Texas, the Texas Panhandle, to visit my family. It was 1,200 miles. It cost me $50 in gas. That was it. Now, I can't even afford, probably half that distance from there now. I can't afford to go because it's going to cost $1,000 to get there in gas. Well, no, about $300. It's crazy. And we're not getting ahead. We're not doing anything about it. We're just letting them do this to us. So, what do you guys think? What do you think the solution is? Just sit back and hope to vote for one corrupt politician after the other to change things for us? Or do you think we need to take a stand and change for ourselves? I mean, I don't really see a way out of it at this point. We've voted in so many terrible politicians now that the country is just being destroyed. And the problem is, people are just going to go ahead and vote on party lines. They're not gonna pay attention to candidates. They're not gonna care. They're just gonna vote right down this. I want this guy. I want this guy. I want this guy. Instead of doing due diligence, doing the research. I say we get rid of all of them. Get rid of all of them and start over again. And put in term limits. Once you go in, you can serve a couple of terms, maybe 3 terms for Senate, and that's only a couple of years each. So maybe serve 3 terms. Then when you get out, there's no pension for life. You get out and you find a job. It's while you're serving, it's public service. It's called serving. Military, I was in the military. Many of you are probably in the military. Do we get pensions for life after just serving a few years? No. We served. Why shouldn't we get paid for life? They do. That's crazy. They need to follow the same steps as everybody else who's public service. But you serve a few years, you get out, and you get a regular job. You don't get your pension equal to your pay for the rest of your life. You don't need it. They definitely don't need it. Hell, they become rich when they're in there. Which is another thing. Get rid of lobbyists. Make that illegal. If they're not lobbying, they're not making money, they're not getting rich, so they're going to want to go back to private practice, because most of them are lawyers anyhow. Which we should know when we elect lawyers in office. We already know we're electing corrupt people. Lawyers are already coming from a corrupt system. So we're going to put them in office and expect them to actually do the job and not be corrupt. Come on now. That's not going to happen. Anyhow, you guys tell me what you think in the comments. Give me your opinions. If you like this channel, please like, share, subscribe. Eventually, I'm going to work on getting it better, obviously. Better video quality, quieter room. It's going to come in time, because I'm poor. I'm doing this on my phone right now. I'm just as poor as the rest of you. I'm just trying to find a way to make a living, because at my age, I can't keep doing what I've been doing. So, y'all have a great day. Hope you find this interesting and enjoyable. Like I said, if you do, please share it. Please subscribe it. Tell all your friends. I'd really appreciate it. Y'all take care. Till the next video. And leave in comments things that you want to hear too. Things that you'd like me to discuss. Feel free to comment on that. I'll do what I can. Thanks a lot. Y'all take care.